Hey, what's up, Jam fam? So it's been a little while since I made a video. After the update, I really wasn't inspired by anything in Brawl Stars to actually like talk about or make videos about. So I just took a little time off. But last week, there were two big things that they announced that they're going to be working on in the next update. So today, I just wanted to take some time, recap what's going on with that before we get started into making like new content and stuff like that. So let's get into that today. All right, so the first big thing they announced last week, and this was on the 1st, is that they said they're planning on reworking the trophy road and the trophy system entirely. They asked people how many trophies they have, what they like and dislike about the trophy system, and then what changes they would like to see there. Now, in my opinion, we're going to switch to full screen real quick. In my opinion, I don't really care for the trophy system as it stands right now. And that's for one big reason. That's basically because Brawl Stars kind of feels like it has two different ranked modes. You have your trophies, which people, you can argue that trophies don't really matter. It doesn't really like define how much skill you have, but people still get upset when you lose a lot of trophies. People still judge you if you only have like 10,000 trophies. So trophies in itself can be viewed as a rank mode. And then on top of that, you also have Power League, which, when you're working on Power League, you're not working on trophies. When you're working on trophies, you're not working on Power League. And it just kind of makes like a very confusing mess, and you don't really know where to divert your time if you're trying to figure out like what's optimal for your account. So in my opinion, it would be much more simplified to just remove trophies entirely, but that does have drawbacks, of course, and that would be the rank system, because then we wouldn't have our brawler rank system, and people still want to push for that rank 35 brawler, that rank 30 brawler, whatever, and it's still like a prestigious thing to have. Honestly, for me, I think that I would prefer them to remove trophies or move trophies into Power League and make that the sole ranked mode, and then you can use what is currently ladder, basically just like a free play mode where you can play whatever mode with whatever brawler, and there's no consequences for winning or losing. You could just work on mastery or something like that, or quests. So I think that would be the best way to do it. It would simplify the game, it would streamline it for newer players, and it would make it a lot less stressful when you just want to chill out and play the game. But I don't know if that's the general consensus. Let's take a look into these Twitter comments, and then we'll move on to our next subject. All right, so first thing, you got Bobby BS. He's saying that he can't really play ladder anymore because all his brawlers are too high of trophies and they don't reset back down like it used to. And it takes him 7 minutes to find a match for a brawler that he really enjoys. Obviously, this is like a top player problem, so like that's not going to apply to everybody, but they did ask for your personal opinion, so that's what he's saying. All right, next up, we got Nubs. He says his favorite part is long-term progression. His least favorite part is constantly facing bots in the 0 to 150 trophy range, and makes some challenges harder to do and makes new brawlers feel really boring for the first hour. I kind of fully agree that bots all the time, like when you get a new brawler, makes it feel very boring, and you can't really get a feel for the way the brawler actually plays when you're actually in a match, because bots are very robotic, they're very easy to hit. So I do kind of agree in that regard. The bots are there just so that you don't tilt too much, and it kind of gives you like a reset game, so that's the whole purpose of the bots. But I definitely agree that it is annoying to have to face bots for like ever whenever you get a new brawler. Flying Line, who's actually somebody I follow on Twitter, I really enjoy his posts. He says it motivates you to play every brawler and push them up as much as possible, but after you reach your goal, the game feels really stale and there's really no reason to push anymore. I kind of agree, but also I think the major thing that killed that whole thing was the change to only resetting 10 brawlers, because now you only need to play 10 brawlers, so it's really frustrating. The recent changes to the trophy system made this problem even worse. I think Power Couple here has an awesome point. Something better than 80 credits for the end of it. Hitting 50k means you already have all the brawlers. Maybe some exclusive shiny skins. Yeah, Trophy Road 100% for a very long time, even before credits were in the game, when it was just boxes, was totally pointless. There was no point in ever worrying about where you were in Trophy Road because the rewards just weren't there. The early parts of Trophy Road, when you're constantly unlocking brawlers and like, it's very rewarding to progress through it, is very good. But after you get to like 20k, everything just like falls off a cliff. Your rewards are terrible. So I agree that after by the time you get to 50k, you should have pretty much all the brawlers, especially right now because there's so many brawlers. That you should get like some nice rewards like pins, maybe profile pictures, maybe a title or something. Just the rewards for Trophy Road are horrible right now. I totally agree with this. All right, so going back to what Power Couple said about changing the Trophy Road rewards, this guy is suggesting that they should put gold and power points into like the 30k rewards, and then when you go past that, it should be bling. I kind of agree with this because in that 30k range, you're still upgrading brawlers, you're still trying to get, a more powerful account. So that would definitely help to go a long way. And then on top of that, once you start pushing up there to like 50K, 60K, you're expected to have most of your brawlers maxed out. So bling would actually go a pretty far way. The only problem with this is we know they don't want to give out too much bling because that cuts right into their revenue, kind of de-incentivizes people to spend money when they can just save up bling and buy skins and pins with those. So I don't think they would ever add bling into the trophy road rewards, but it's a good idea. Hey, my dude Nugget right here. What up, Nugget? He said that they should remove trophies and just have Power League and casual modes. Kind of basically what I just said. I'm pretty sure we've talked about this on Discord, me and him. Alrighty, so as far as I can see, a lot of people's big issues are with like rewards and stuff as far as trophy pushing goes, and nobody was really suggesting to remove trophies entirely other than Nugget and me. So that seems to be the general consensus. Just make the rewards better. So we're going to move on to our next subject, and that's going to be the big hot discussion issue, and that is the fact that they are going to be removing the Brawl Pass. Now, this has already been talked about to the end of the earth. I'm not going to break down every single thing right here. I'm just going to go through the points, give you guys my opinion on it. You guys can let me know what you think about the Brawl Pass removal down in the comments, but let's jump into this real quick. All right, so first off, they are changing the season length. Instead of it being 2 months long, it's going to be 1 month. I do think this is going to be very fast paced. It's going to be like a breakneck speed of constantly like turning over the Brawl Pass. You're not really going to have a lot of time to accumulate those end of season rewards like we currently have, even though those aren't really good and it's not really a major thing. The thing that I'm concerned about is it being too quick if you don't play every single day. You know, if I buy a Brawl Pass and I don't play for 2-3 days at a time, then am I going to be able to finish my Brawl Pass? That's the things I question, because that's something that actually happens to me. And with the 2-month season, I definitely always finish my Brawl Pass. I may not accumulate as much of the end of season rewards as I normally do, but I will at least get to my tier 70 rewards and get everything out of the Brawl Pass, if that makes sense. Next up is going to be the changes to Brawl Pass tokens. They said that they're changing most of the focus from daily quests to seasonal quests that can be done at any point during the season. I think this is nice. Daily quests are kind of annoying a lot of the time. I don't really enjoy them because most of it's just like win 3 games, win 3 games with this brawler, do this much damage, and they're not hard to do, it's just tedious. So changing it to something a little more long-term that you can farm up very steadily, I kind of like that, especially if it gives bigger rewards. If it gives like 2,000 tokens or whatever like that, I think that would be cool. So I don't hate this change either. I think this is a good one. All right, so here's the thing that I was very much questioning, but it seems to be pretty decent now that I look into it. When I first saw this, I saw that they're going to be removing the ability to buy the pass with gems, which means free-to-play players will never be able to buy a pass again, which obviously sucks. That's not great. But as compensation, they are going to be buffing the free-to-play side of the pass. So you're going to be getting an additional 5,000 coins, an additional 2,000 power points, more gems, more credits. And I think all of that is good. And, you know, you really can't complain about free-to-play buffs. The thing that I do question is, are free-to-play still going to be able to buy the cosmetics that would come out of the pass? So you used to be able to get two seasonal skins if you bought the pass. You used to get bling. Are they going to be giving you compensation for bling somewhere else? And are you still going to be able to buy those pass skins even if you don't buy the pass? That's the thing that I question, because it does suck to be locked out of skins just because you're free to play. I'm not a big fan of that, especially when it's an option that's currently in the game and you're removing it. I'm not a big fan of that. So if you can still buy the skins, I think that's dope. If you can't, I think that kind of sucks, and I do feel bad about that happening. But as far as progression goes, obviously you can't complain. That's a decent chunk of progression buffs that you're going to be getting. 5,000 coins is nothing to scoff at. That's literally a whole hypercharge throughout the course of the year. And power points, I mean, it's only 1,500 power points. I mean, power points are pretty plentiful. That's not where the bottleneck is. Coins are. So getting that big buff of coins. And on top of that, now you can use your gems for whatever you want. So if you do want to buy more coins with your gems, you can. Or you can use that to buy skins and stuff. But if you can't buy those exclusive skins, I'm still not a fan of that. So anyway, we're going to move on. So the next point is going to be the fact that they're going to be removing the chromatic rarity. There's no longer going to be chromatic brawlers. Brawlers are now going to, that are currently chromatic, are now going to be put in other rarities. I'm a huge fan of this. I made a video a long time ago, probably towards the beginning of this year, that the chromatic rarity was kind of bad because most of the game was becoming chromatic. We have like, what, 18, 19 brawlers now that are chromatic, as opposed to like other rarities that only have 4 or 5. So I think this is really cool. It does look like the lowest they're going to be dropping rarities of current brawlers is down to epic, which kind of makes sense because that's the lowest their drop rates would drop down to. So I'm not like opposed to that. I do think some of these brawlers could probably go even lower than that if they wanted to, but there's also only going to be 2 legendary brawlers. That's going to be Cordelius and Surge. Everything else is going to be epic and mostly mythic, it looks like. I'm not counting this right now, but yeah, I'm a fan of this. It does simplify things for the Star Road. So like, you know, you don't have just credits and chroma credits that you have to balance as a free-to-play player. It's just all credits. You can just go for whatever brawler you want, whenever you want them. So yeah, this simplifies things. It makes it a lot cleaner, and you don't have to worry about multiple different types of currencies in the game. So big fan of this one here. And then to break things down about the Brawl Pass. So obviously this is the old Brawl Pass here. They're going to be adding 2 tiers to the Brawl Pass. They're going to be doing just the normal Brawl Pass and the Brawl Pass Plus, and these are going to be the rewards here. Now, I will say, as a free-to-play player, missing out on these 12 to 18,000 coins does really suck. I would have loved to see free-to-play players get access to this type of stuff, because this is not chump change here. This is like a full rank 11 brawler. This is like, you know, two, almost 3 hypercharges. And then on top of that, look at all this bling you're going to be getting. You can get up to 3,700 bling with one of these Brawl Passes. It's definitely something for free-to-play players to be jealous about, because you never would have got this much bling out of a Brawl Pass right now. So while I don't love that free-to-play players can't get this type of stuff here, getting the buff to the free side of the pass is very good. Now, I'm a little lukewarm on these Brawl Pass changes. There's obviously good things in this. Like I said, I do like that they're removing chromatic brawlers. And on top of that, they are buffing free-to-play progression. So obviously, like, you can't complain ever that a free-to-play progression buff is not good. Like I said, you know, you're getting like 5,000 more coins, you're getting a bunch more power points, and a whole bunch of credits. So overall, that's solid, right? Great. No issues there. But the thing that I don't like is exactly how much they buffed the Brawl Pass after they made the changes that, you know, free-to-play players can't access it, because they basically tripled the Brawl Pass value after removing access to the free-to-play players, which really sucks, especially when you consider how they change its economy. And it's just really gonna, like, really heighten the difference between a pay-to-play player's progression and a free-to-play player's progression. So overall, you know, free-to-play got buffed, but also pay-to-play got way more buffed than free-to-play. So makes me lukewarm on the entire situation overall. But those are the 2 big changes they're talking about in Brawl Stars right now. Working on the trophy system, they talked about that earlier in the week, and then over the weekend, they talked about these changes to the Brawl Pass. Let me know what you think about this stuff down in the comments. Let me know what you think about the trophy system, what you would like to see changed, and also let me know your thoughts on the Brawl Pass overall. So anyway, that's going to do it for this one. I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.